Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel, where subscribers send me a DNA bomb. So that was a great class we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this gameplay. If you guys would like, you can back and pause the video, that way you can get a good look at the class, try and replicate it for yourselves. But keep in mind, I will be talking about the class throughout this video. So the gameplay is being brought to you by a guy that goes by the name of Ghost Ninja 187, who is a returning guest here on the channel. He's had a couple of features, I believe, here for DNA Saturday. But the majority of his features here on my channel were actually last year with Chemstrike Saturday in Call of Duty Ghosts. So he's definitely a good player. He's been consistent over the course of the years, and he's just a very good player who has over 1,000 subscribers now here on YouTube. So maybe you guys want to give him a look, and of course we'll be talking about his YouTube channel here towards the end of the video. What he has for you guys here today is a SAC3 Blood and Glory variant DNA bomb, and this DNA bomb, I would compare it to like an action movie or something along those lines, because the DNA bomb itself is like maybe 3 minutes long, maybe 3 minutes long, where he just runs around like crazy, takes out people. There's not really any spawn trapping going on like you see a lot of DNA bombs that are in uplink. Like I get a lot of those that are actually submitted to me where people are just kind of spawn trapping throughout the entirety of the thing, and you know, sticking back and like picking people off as they all run out from an area, kind of similar to Demolition from Call of Duty years past. But that's not the case here in this video. You'll be seeing he just runs around like crazy. He has UAVs up pretty much constantly throughout the entirety of the gameplay, and wherever the dots are is where he goes. And so I think we can all kind of respect that. I mean, it's an entertaining gameplay for just about most people. Some people really like camp heavy gameplay, some people like rush heavy gameplay, some people like all gameplay, and I think this falls into the category that everybody just about can enjoy this, because it's with the SAC3s, which is a really fun weapon in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was one of the most hyped weapons, I think, because we saw a little bit of it in like pre-launch footage for Advanced Warfare, and we're like, wow, it's an akimbo only submachine gun. That sounds interesting, like the akimbo vectors, the akimbo Uzis from like Modern Warfare 2. How are they going to expand upon that? How are they going to make like akimbo submachine guns actually viable? And it turns out they actually are pretty viable. They're very powerful. They're actually one of my favorite weapons to use here on the map Comeback, because Comeback Domination, especially in ground war, is by far my favorite thing to play in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, because you go there to the B flag, you just try to get as many defense as possible, try to max out that scoreboard, right? It's fun, and the SAC3s are very, very good on this map. Let's go ahead and talk about the class up a little bit here, shall we, before the end of the DNA bomb. So we're running the SAC3 Akimbos, of course, here. The particular variant we're using is actually an elite variant that's called Blood and Glory, which is actually going to increase your fire rate as well as your movement speed. So it's a pretty good variant, all things considered, for these SAC3 Akimbos. The downside is your hip fire accuracy is going to be a little bit worse, and your overall accuracy is going to be a little bit worse. So it's going to be a bit more spray and pray, but you have the increased fire rate, you have the increased mobility to get around the map a little bit faster, so you can definitely work around it. In terms of perks, he is loaded up on perks here. He actually has low profile and flak jacket as perk 1, which flak jacket is like all but a must for me when I play on comebacks. I like to be on the objective. When he's going for perk 2 is actually peripherals, which is just kind of like personal preference thing. Makes the minimap similar to both Call of Duty Ghost as well as Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And in perk 3 we have toughness as well as scavenger. Scavenger is a perk that I never recommend usually. Usually I'm always like, why are people using scavenger? It doesn't make any sense. But scavenger is something that I definitely recommend, and we actually pick up the DNA bomb right there. I do recommend scavenger if you're using something like the XMG, if you're using something like dual M1 irons, if you're using the Akimbo SAC3s, you know, anything where you're going to be hip firing only pretty much, because you really kind of need to have that extra ammo, because when you're hip firing, by the very nature of hip fire, you're going to be, of course, spraying and praying, and therefore are not going to be as accurate as if you were aiming down sights. Therefore, you're going to miss a lot more than you usually would. And here we go with the final score: 77 kills and only 3 deaths. What a fantastic game overall, running around with the SAC3 Blood and Glory. And the reason why I wanted to feature for this episode of DNA Saturday, once again, you guys saw the gameplay. It was like a freaking action movie. I really enjoyed watching it, and hopefully you guys did as well. Kudos to you, Mr. Ghost Ninja 187, for submitting this gameplay. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. And if you guys would like to submit your DNA bombs for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, simply watch the video that's on your screen right now. You can click the annotation that's on your screen, or you can click the link to it at the very bottom of the video description, both of which will take you over to the video in a brand new tab, and that video will teach you everything you would ever want to know about submitting yourself for DNA Saturday. Keep in mind, Black Ops 3 is on the way. There is only going to be a couple more episodes of DNA Saturday actually coming out. As I'm looking at here, it looks like there's probably going to be 3 more weeks of DNA Saturday. Then the show's going to be over. So if you'd like to be featured, be sure to submit your gameplay, because there's only going to be 3 more weeks of DNA Saturday. Yes, it's sad that it has to go, but all good things must come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out Mr. Ghost Ninja 187, you can do so by clicking the annotation on your screen or by clicking the link at the very top of the video description. Over on his YouTube channel, he makes Call of Duty content. He is very good at Call of Duty, as you guys may imagine. He has just over 1,700 subscribers, so a lot of people have taken notice of his YouTube channel and of his gameplay. What kind of gameplay does he actually post? Well, just looking at some of his recent uploads, holy crap, this guy is insane. He has a 27 kill streak only using the ballistic knife. He has an XMG DNA bomb. He has a 40 kill streak using a pistol in the Black Ops 3 beta. He has a solo triple MOAB with the ACR. He has a triple nuclear with the AN-94. So you can see here there's a wide variety of gameplay. So you got knife only in Black Ops 2. You have XMG DNA bomb in Advanced Warfare. You have a pistol 40 kill streak in Black Ops 3. You have a solo triple MOAB with the ACR in Modern Warfare 3. And then you go back to Black Ops 2 with a triple nuclear with the AN-94. Like, it's ridiculous how good he is at every single Call of Duty game. He doesn't upload super frequently because the gameplay that he gets, it's obviously very hard to get this kind of stuff, right? So it takes him a little while to get, but he does get it, and he makes videos out of it. And if you would like to subscribe to somebody who occasionally is going to put a video in your sub box, it's just going to be amazing to watch. It's full of tons of kills and lots of action and just very good gameplay in general. I would recommend Mr. Ghost Ninja 187, and most people seem to agree considering he has just under 2,000 subscribers at the time of this video actually going up. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, remember to leave a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.